Everyone's stacking their team with big name midfielders, but the real difference makers this season might just come from the bargain bin. Today, I'm breaking down the best cheap midfielders under 6.5 million who are quietly racking up points, picking up defensive contributions, and giving you room to splash elsewhere in your squad. These are the budget gems you don't want to overlook. Let's take a look. Declan Rice is one of the more reliable budget picks this season. At 6.5 million, he's not too expensive and he's already managed 3 assists, most of those coming from set pieces. While his expected goals per 90 isn't very high at just 0.03, his role on set pieces means he always has a chance of picking up an assist or two. On top of that, he tends to chip in with defensive contribution points, which adds to his consistency. He's only at 8.6% selected by managers right now, which makes him a nice differential. With Arsenal facing Fulham, Crystal Palace, Burnley, and Sunderland in the next few game weeks, the fixtures are certainly in his favor. Minte is another budget-friendly name to keep in mind. At 5.9 million, he's got 1 goal and 2 assists so far, plus he's even managed defensive contribution points in Brighton's match against City, which shows he can offer more than just attacking returns. Brighton's next fixtures are mixed with Newcastle, Man United, and Leeds up next. The Newcastle game will be tricky, but there's potential for points against the other two. Anthony is one of the most eye-catching cheap midfielders so far, priced at just 5.7 million and owned by only 6.4% of managers. He's been excellent with 4 goals and 1 assist already. That puts him as the second highest scoring midfielder in the game with 40 points. Only Semenyo has more. His expected goals per 90 is a healthy 0.37, suggesting that the goals won't completely dry up. Burnley have Leeds and Wolves coming up, which are winnable games, though they do face Arsenal in Game Week 10, which will be a tougher test. Still, for his price, Anthony looks like a very strong short-term pick. If you want someone really cheap to free up funds, Longstaff might be the answer. At only 4.9 million, he's practically a budget enabler, but he still managed 1 goal and 1 assist and 4 defensive contribution points already. Leeds face Burnley, West Ham, and Brighton in their next 3 fixtures, which look like a decent run for him to add to his tally. He's not the most exciting option, but at just 0.5% ownership, he's a massive differential and could be useful if you want to stack funds elsewhere. Caicedo is the most popular name on this list, sitting at 11.7% ownership. He's priced at 5.7 million and has scored 2 goals so far this season. While he's not the most attacking player, his real value comes from his defensive work. He's earned defensive contribution points in 4 out of the 6 matches so far, giving him 8 extra points from those alone. If you're looking for a cheap way into Chelsea's midfield, he's a decent option, especially with Nottingham Forest, Sunderland, and Tottenham Hotspurs up next. Paqueta is definitely one to watch closely. Priced at 5.9 million, he brings extra value by being on penalty duties for West Ham, which is huge for a midfielder at his price bracket. So far, he has 2 goals and 2 defensive contribution points to his name. With West Ham now under Nuno, there's a chance they start improving their performance as well. Their fixtures coming up are Brentford, Leeds, Newcastle, and Burnley, which is not bad at all for potential returns for him. He has been thriving since his move to Sunderland. At just 5 million, he's already picked up 3 assists and defensive contribution points in 3 of the 6 matches he's played. He's only selected by 3.8% of managers, so he's still very much under the radar. Sunderland themselves have been really impressive, sitting at 6 on the table, which makes him an even more interesting differential. Wolves, Chelsea, and Everton are up next for them, all games where he could be delivering an assist or maybe even a goal. Gravenberch is another intriguing budget option. At 5.6 million, he's managed 2 goals and 2 assists already and is owned by 5.6% of managers. Liverpool faced Man U, Brentford, and Aston Villa next. Not the easiest run, but not impossible either. With Liverpool's attacking style, you'd expect him to be involved and chip in with more returns in those matches. Sarr is a bit of a gamble pick. He's only 5 million, which makes him easy to bench, but his minutes aren't always guaranteed. That said, when he does play, he tends to deliver. So far, he has 1 goal and 2 assists this season. With Tottenham's upcoming fixtures against Aston Villa, Everton, and Chelsea, there's definitely upside if he gets game time. But he's more of a punt than a safe pick. And that wraps up my list of the best cheap midfielders you can bring into your FPL squad right now. These are the type of players that not only save you money, but also free up budget so you can go big on those premium picks up front and in the back. Remember, it's often the budget gems that make the difference between an average week and the big green arrows, so don't underestimate them. I'm not saying you should load up on 5 of these players, but 1 or 2 will definitely help out in your squad. If you found this video helpful, drop a like and let me know in the comments which cheap midfielder you're backing in the next few game weeks. Are you going with a safer option like Rice or Paqueta, or are you taking a punt on lower owned differentials like Sarr or Longstaff? I'd love to hear your picks. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because every week I'll be sharing my team selection, my team review, some free hit and wildcard draws as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one.